Hey, what's up? I'm Mr. Jackie Ma, and welcome to the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about quitting your job to do crypto full time, right? And before I continue, if you guys can please like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it a lot. And you could always take it back if you don't like me or don't want to subscribe. But that's okay. I'm fine with that. But yeah, so quitting my job to do crypto full time, right? So this is something that I've heard a lot of people say, either jokingly or maybe semi-serious, right? And so today I wanted to talk about if you can really you know do crypto full time as a full time income, and more importantly, I kind of want to go into the idea of would you even want to do that, right? So yeah, I know what you're thinking, right? You're probably looking like this girl right now, like, oh, I don't know, a little skeptical, right? And yeah, that's completely understandable, right? Because crypto is so new, right? But the idea of you know like trading, like day trading and swing trading, that people are doing in the stock market right now isn't that new, right? But so I mean, it definitely is possible, right? But there are a couple things to consider, right? So yeah, I understand that crypto has been pretty cool, especially for some of you guys who have been in crypto for the past couple months. There's a lot of positive things. You probably, if you've put in a good chunk of money, you've probably made a good chunk of money, right? So but that's one of the things you have to consider when you're if you're considering to actually quitting your job or even thinking about doing crypto full time, right? That in the past couple months we've only, or for the most part, mainly had positive experiences, right? So is this really something you want to do, because you like the technology, you like the feeling of it, you like the idea of being your own boss, and not having to be at your job anymore? Or is it because you've made money with crypto and you think you can keep making more and more money with it, right? But just something to consider. The past couple months have mainly been positive experiences for most people, right? So and another thing I just to put out there, right? You are going to be supporting yourself by taking out your investments, right? So I do invest. Oh, excuse me. I do invest in crypto myself, but I definitely am holding it more for long term, right? And that's because I somewhat believe the things that are going on with the technology and the path that that's heading towards, right? But to support yourself and to support yourself, to pay for rent, to pay for food, to pay for gas, right? That's going to be slowly taken away from your investments, right? And of course, if you're doing things like day trading or swing trading, it's going to be a little bit different. But just at the core of it, right? I guess first you have to have that money in order to be able to make lots, to be able to make your investments and its growth, have a full time income to support yourself, right? And and that's if you're just holding your investments and you're seeing the money that it's bringing in, every month or however else, right? If you're investing in some other stuff, like if you've invested in Ripple like the past, like I don't know, like 2 weeks ago or something, it would have like been crazy, like tripled or whatever else, right? But stuff like that, doesn't always happen, and also, you know, for you to be able to identify these things and really make money from this, it's gonna take time, right? It's gonna take time and energy to learn how to day trade, to learn how to, well, swing trading, maybe not so much, just because you can still do that while you're doing your regular job, right? Or your regular doing your main source of income, right? But so yeah, I just wanted to say, like, is this really what you want to do? Because it's regardless of if you like crypto or not, to try to make it a full time income, it's gonna take time and energy to learn how to make this a high paying skill, right? So that's kind of why I wanted to ask, right? Is this really the skill that you want to have, right? Are you really is this like what you want to do for the next couple of years, right? And what you want to invest money in, courses, in time, in mentors? Is that what you want to invest in, right? So if you do, ask yourself these questions. Are you like truly passionate about it, right? Um, is this something you really want to do, and are you ready for the challenges to come with it, right? And you probably are, right? Because if you're investing money, if you're doing this, you probably have that mindset, right? Of I'm willing to take risks. I'm willing to do whatever else, right? But yeah, consider these other questions, right? Because if you're doing it just for the money, if you're doing it just because you've had positive experiences with crypto the past couple of months, right? Then maybe you should reconsider, right? Maybe reconsider doing, being your own boss by still making extra money, right? And but yeah, consider maybe doing it with something else, right? Something that you're more passionate about, right? Because at the end of the day, what's the whole point of us trying to make more money, right? Well, for one, to solve problems that not having money gives us, and also for two, so that in the end we can have a better life, right? And what better way to do that than by doing what you love, what you're passionate about for a living, right? And honestly, I'm sure that's like most of your guys' goals, or maybe that's what you're doing already. But one thing that I want to talk about though is that yeah, you need to have a couple of things, right? You have to have the initial capital to be able to do it. You have to have the time and skill to do it, right? I'm just gonna use an example. So my brother, right? He is a filmmaker, right? So that was and he's making good money being a filmmaker, and he's also investing in crypto, right? But he as a filmmaker, right, that is his high paying skill, and that was like what he you know loved doing since he was younger, making videos, right? And now he's able to get a high paying income from it, right? But and then because of that, he's also able to invest way more into crypto, and spend more time doing that and doing whatever else, right? But more as like a side income, not doing it full time. But yeah, so this was basically what I wanted to talk about. This is the point of the video, right? Is this, crypto and, all the like money and everything else that it brings to it and, makes you feel, is that, really the path you want to go down, or is it just the feelings that you're, having right now that makes you want to do that, right? And if if I know you like I think I know you, then you probably do like money. You do like having the you know problem solved that not having money causes, right? But if you're looking into this, if you're looking into being an entrepreneur, right? If you're looking into making your own money, then consider getting a skill, maybe something around what you're passionate about, right? But yeah, so like my brother, he created a career and around his passion, which is wanting filmmaking or just filmmaking in general, right? And I know what you're thinking. Okay, so Jackie, what if I don't have a passion? What if I don't know what I want to do yet, right? And that's completely reasonable, right? Completely reasonable, because that's hard to find out if you haven't really spent a lot of time trying to find out, right? But something that I've kind of experienced myself, and I thought was like super incredible. Once I experienced this like the past year or so, was that starting off with marketing, right? And it's crazy how much marketing can become a passion, right? Because not only do you start seeing the connections in marketing from businesses to business and business to person, right? But marketing from person to person, how those same concepts apply, right? But more specifically, the reason I really liked the idea of building a skill around marketing, right, and trying to make a career from that is because I know that once I have these other passions in mind, I know that I can make money doing it because I know how to monetize my passion. I know how to monetize that skill. So, if you don't know what skill to start off with, I would definitely highly recommend learning how to market and, direct marketing specifically, right? And not only there can you make money, but you can also learn how to make money for your own things once you learn what you are passionate about, right? Once you actually are passionate about, right? But again, if you also already know what you're passionate about, so say you're like a filmmaker or a photographer, and you love doing that, then make a career out of it, right? And yeah, I mean, basically that's the point of this video, right? To reconsider, or maybe to consider, what is right for you, and if crypto is what you really love, or if it's just something that can make you extra money, right? And yeah, so I guess you guys understand how I feel about that. But so yeah, with that, I hope you guys like this video. I hope this was helpful, or if it wasn't helpful, I hope you still enjoyed it, right? But yeah, make sure to like this video, to subscribe. Of course, like I said earlier, you can always take it back, right? And yeah, I hope you guys have a beautiful day.